What's up? Need my hat. Shut the door. Need my hat. And we're live. We're live. And that light is very bright in my eyeballs. Doesn't really need to be there. So I might just move it. Does this get louder as I turn the volume up? I don't see the little green buttons getting any bigger and spotting here. Well, maybe a little bit. Going away now. That looks like a good place right around there. Turn it up. Might be louder. Okay, now I can talk like a normal human being again. Really need to turn that light off because it's just too bright. We should print something on this. It's just sitting there. Since it's just sitting there and it needs to be printed because it wasn't all apart, and I had to put it all back together. The all apart part didn't work. The part that I didn't want to part with, so it got reparted. And then I can put the little camera back in. Not that I really need the camera. I just like the camera. I like the camera. What can I print? So I had this thing all put together. And I screwed up when I went to cut this carriage and I cut the wrong line. Like a dummy. So it didn't fit. I originally had it double stacked. But I think one will be enough. They are off centered. But that shouldn't matter. It's stiff enough. That's where the holes line up. Because like a dummy, I was supposed to cut, there's a hole right here. And I was supposed to cut a little tab on the bottom and put the one wheel here. And then the whole thing would have drooped down and been all just smashing. But I goofed and cut right through my little tab. So now I gotta go with one extrusion. Hopefully that'll be enough. It should be. I don't see why it wouldn't be. That's pretty freaking tight. It's basically the same thing I'm doing on that. I am putting the motor on it too though, so it's a lot of weight. But we shall see. I'm just not sure how the carriage is going to match up with these bolts. I'm like sweating. Just got out of a hot shower and put the hat on. Now I'm sweating. So anyway, I had that whole printer apart. I had to put it all back together because now I got to change all of this. Which is maybe what I'll do tonight. Is I'll remodel those to go around one extrusion instead of multiple. I got to figure out how I'm going to do the belt pass now. I think I'm going to just do this and just stack it on top of here. And then just do an upper belt right to the top of this where it's up above here. And that'll be that. And that will be that. Which is exactly what I think I'm going to do. I got to figure out what these two holes are because that's how I'm going to mount it. By these two big holes right here. Put a friggin' little mount on there with a clamp to hold the belt and bolt through. And that will be that. And I just gotta remember what the width of this thing is. Is there anybody out there? Something very funky about this. I don't think they cut it right. What is up, 3D printing Viking? How is life? It's actually very smooth. Surprisingly smooth. I'd like to do, but I don't think I can with this wheel. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. Not sure how I'm going to handle it now. Now that I screwed it all up. I did. I screwed it up cutting this thing. As you can see, I didn't do a very good job because it's like 2 degrees out and I was rushing, and that's why I screwed up. It's because I was rushing. Norway. You really are a 3D printing Viking. You're from Vikingville. Viking Villa. Viking Villa. Villa Viking. Yeah. I bet you're getting tired. In Norway, you're what, 5, 6 hours behind me? It's 8:30, so it's like what, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning there? Something like that. So I gotta figure out how I'm gonna make this all work now that I screwed up my cut on this. But I will figure out a way, even if I don't like it. I'm gonna extend this up. So this is much higher. I might actually make it part of the rack over here, where the rod and everything goes through. Let the motor support it. And then I don't know. I'm not that far yet. Can't think of what I'm gonna do. I am rebuilding that one. That would be a really old Max Micron that I've rebuilt 1,000 times already. And the X carriage bearings have been replaced like 3 or 4 times now over the years. And I repacked them and re-greased them, and I keep buying cheap ones. And the rods are getting crappy, and so I'm gonna go to the wheeled version, like everybody else is doing, which I like a lot better. Anyway, which I did to the bed. If you look at the bed's already on wheels down on the bottom. Down here, there's little wheels right there. It slides back and forth, and it's much, much smoother than the old threaded or the old linear bearings and polished rods, smooth rods. They're just loud and obnoxious. The wheels are much quieter. Not that they're perfectly quiet, because they're not, but they're much quieter. What's up, Mr. Burner? How is life? But I was gonna do this whole thing here, and I had it all set up, and I had it double stacked with this whole gizmo, and I had it all done, and then I went and cut this thing, and I made a bunch of marks on one side, just playing with it, and then I made the proper marks on the other side. Well, when I was cutting it, I must have flipped it over and got one of the not right lines, and now it's too small. So I'm gonna go to the one instead of the two, which is probably gonna be fine, and it's gonna weigh a lot less because I'm losing a whole rod. Because that was pretty heavy, anyways, and I have a feeling this is more than enough. Sick kidlet. Sick kidlets suck. Sucks being a sick kidlet. Sucks having to have a sick kidlet. Just sucks being sick. You're gonna put a duet on an Ender 3. Actually, nothing wrong with that, really. It's kind of not a bad idea. But the duet board costs more than the Ender 3 does. That's a duet right there. That has a duet on it. I didn't like the duet at first, but I'm kind of growing into it. There's a few things that really irk me about it that are stupid, but like not being able to use a regular everyday riprap display unit. They keep saying, "Oh, it costs us too much in code." No, it wouldn't. Every freaking thing in the world uses the riprap discount, monitor, LCD. It's an easy code. Take like a day to write it. That's all you'd have to do. You only need to support the one cheapo line one, and then keep the panel due. I'm not paying for the panel due. That's just too expensive, and everyone thinks the touchscreens are so nice. I really have a zero desire. I want a screen to be able to look over and go, okay, it's doing this. That's fine. It's doing it right. Yeah, no, I mean, think about it. What's really the difference? Ender 3 is actually structurally a pretty well built printer. That's what makes it good. So, and the cool thing about it, because I actually put my Duet on my i3 over here originally. The cool thing about the Duet is when you outgrow the Ender 3 or decide to build another one, you just unplug it and move it to the next printer. I mean, it's really, everyone's like, oh, it's overkill. And it kind of is, but is it really though? I mean, what's the difference? Printer is a printer. Ender 3 works pretty well structurally. I mean, I'm building basically, I'm upgrading my old crappy one to do an Ender 3 look-alike, sort of. I mean, it's going to be better, but. And I put an Einzy board in it, that's almost a duet. I'd probably, if I was going to do an Ender, I'd probably do an Einzy or a Rambo over the duet just because of cost, but. Yeah, but that's true of any printer you're putting on. What's the difference? He puts it on I mean, yeah, the duet's overkill for anything really, unless you're building like E3D tool chains in the unit. He's already got the BMG on there. If you've done all that, I'd definitely go direct drive though. You have the BMG hanging off the side, or is it on top? Because quite honestly, I think the weakest part of the Prusias is the frame. I think the Ender's frame is better than the Prusia. Ember Extreme. Yeah. Hey, whatever. There's a couple of people that swear by taking an Ender and upgrading it, and you can get a better printer than a Prusa, which you certainly can get equal to by doing like a duet and upgrading a few things. No, but it's just short of half, isn't it? It's just over $100, wasn't it, for the duet clone? Yeah. Holy crap! It's only 8:30 here. I am yawning already. Yeah, I mean the only thing I don't like about the Ender is the single lead screw on the one side. I prefer the dual lead screws. Yeah, so you see about a third of the cost, which is pretty significant. I'd like to do it. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, the extruder sucks, but that's an easy replacement. You don't even need to put a BMG on there for that. I mean, you can, and you obviously did from what you're saying, but um, I probably wouldn't have put a Bondtech on an Ender 3. I have it on this. I'm okay with it, but I think I would have rather gone the E3D Titan. Yeah, but 235, 235, 250 is not tiny. That's only 292 or 190, 190, 170. Yeah, large X is almost as expensive, and it's too weird. I don't know. And I'll tell you what, looking at what the steps are now to do Marlin 2.0, no longer just go into Adreno and type in the stuff and then upload it. It's like you need 8 other programs and 6 other this and hook up that and software for this and install that. And it's just way more work to do Marlin 2.0 than the riprap firmware. I wonder if I could put the riprap firmware. I gotta read up on it. No, because I couldn't do the Wi-Fi. I'd have to hardwire it. I was thinking about putting riprap firmware on the Binzy board, but I'd lose my monitor again too. I like the stupid cheapo screens. Don't want it for anything to be able to glance over and say, yes, my hot end is still at whatever set temperature and my bed is still going and the thing's still printing and everything's still working. I can do it in an instant glance. I don't have to load software. I don't have to load a browser. I don't have to turn on a computer or a laptop or any other external device. I can just look at the printer and know. And I can walk up to it and, click a button and adjust things. I don't want to have to do it through a browser all the time. Do I like doing it through the browser? Yes. I like having my web access through the Pi and all that, but I like having the actual control of the printer at the printer. I don't want to always have to use the web access. Yeah, he's been really pushing that Ender 3. He's done a lot of upgrades. Isn't the Bondtech one that he just did? He was like, yeah, I did it. It didn't really do anything. Something else he did, he was like, yeah, it's an upgrade, but is it really? The only thing I dislike, there's 2 things I dislike about the Ender 3. I'm not big on Bowden, even though that thing's a massive Bowden. I really don't like it, and I'm actually considering making it a full, um, taking the BMG and putting it on top and getting a pancake motor to drive it, and making it direct drive. And I don't like this single lead screw. Yeah, he did the Easy R on one of them, but I think he just did the Bondtech direct drive, didn't he? Yeah, like this. Aluminum plate carriage. I just completely ripped that thing apart today and had to put it all back together because I cut this stupid thing too small. I had it completely ready to go. Everything was mounted and ready to go. All I had to do was cut the plate. I didn't even have to. I had it mounted. I was like, oh, that plate's too big, and it was, sucking up room side to side and top to bottom. It's already a small build volume for what it is. I took it outside, and it was freezing cold, and I wasn't paying attention. I cut the wrong line, like an idiot. Yeah, I just like loading. The dual lead screws are definitely I don't know. If you go direct drive, you want dual lead screws. There's no question about it. It's too much weight bouncing back and forth with the motor on there. Not even the actual drive, it's just the motor. And that'll make you go sag, 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 sag. I might be getting two gifts this week. Well, not gifts. One of them I'm doing a trade. One of them is an outright gift, and they're both old, beat up things, but I think I'm going to fix them both. And I'm actually hoping one of them, because then I can just take all the good parts off of my i3 and put them on a much bigger framed i3. That's an absolute piece of junk electronically, but mechanically it's structurally sound. Why was Kit timed out? What were you linking, Kit, that you got timed out? You can't post links. I should probably avoid that with Nightbot. When did you even get here? And who is Kit? I know Kit. That name sounds really familiar. They were just on Walter's stream, weren't they? It is what it is. So anyway, I was hoping that Knack would be in here and show us his little belt unit. I don't know if you guys, I'm sure some of you have seen the um, he just got his build tack sheet. That's like 8 feet long or whatever it is. Yeah, Nick got night about it. They were trying to post a link. Yeah, it doesn't matter. It knows it's a link when it's like that. You don't need the HTTP. The minute you put the backslash on there, it thinks it's a link. You pretty much can't post anything with a backslash. Hey, John, what's up? Bantam.com? Whatever that is. Oh, is that the mount for the Ender 3? Yeah, I just had dinner too. Very late for us. I usually have dinner very early because of old people. But I bought one of them big ass frozen lasagnas, and I had it in there almost 4 hours and wouldn't cook all the way through. I had to cut it in half and put it in a smaller pan and then put it back in the oven for the last half hour, and it finally cooked through. I mean, it's all right. It's a frozen lasagna. It's still lasagna. It's like pizza. I'll eat any kind of pizza. Would I like a nice homemade lasagna? Sure. Will I eat a frozen lasagna anyways? Damn straight I will. It's still lasagna, man. Lasagna is still good, even in its poorest forms. Siri just liked that I'm live streaming, but Terry's not here. Oh, not that it matters. Not that it matters. 3D Goop. Who wants to win some 3D Goop and an awesome t-shirt? Well, we have some awesome. Announcing Goop of the Month. I think I'm the only one that did the hashtag. Let's see what Gloopy of the Month is posted. Besides mine. Oh, somebody did. Oh, that looks awesome. Holy crap. Dude did the Predator in the woods and everything. You seen that? Holy moly's. Here, you guys gotta see this. This is pretty freaking cool. Okay. Looks like it's coming back now. I don't know what the hell that was. That was Google Hangouts. Who Hangouts totally freaked out. Everybody still here? Are we getting video again? Do we have video again? I didn't lose audio. I never lost audio. The audio was still working. It was just the video freaked out and kept hanging up and should be all back. Should be all live. Okay, let's try this again. Share your entire screen. That's when it freaked out last time. All right, there you go. You should be able to see that now, right? That is pretty intense. Whatever, the guy did a nice job on that one. All 26 parts assembled using gloop. Gotta love the gloop. Gloopy of the month. I want that T-shirt. I don't even care about the gloop. I already have gloop. Guess another bottle wouldn't hurt. I like the gloop, but man, that's freaking awesome. Gloop. But it looks kind of odd. Oh, look, a BB-8. I think he glooped me too. What did I gloop? I just want the T-shirt. I'm not gonna buy it. Oh, here we go. What did I gloop? I don't even remember what I was glooping. Oh, the rocket airplane. That's what I glooped. That's what I glooped. You out of here, 3D printing Viking. Let's see if the video will come back. Hey, look, the video came back. What do you know? Well, have fun with your overkill Ender 3 duet powered monstrosity. Now you just got to buy some longer extrusions and just make everything bigger. This is what I think I'm going to do with that if I can't get the other frame. I may be getting a large frame with some dead electronics on it. But I have the electronics. Take those electronics off my little itty bitty Max Micron and put them on the much bigger frame. And it will be much better. So, Wiley, what's up? What's up? What's up? We were discussing 3D printing Viking slapping a really expensive duet board on his Ender 3, but he's going away. And then I did my custom carriage, and I went out in the cold and I had it all traced out. And I traced it out once on one side wrong, and then I retraced it on the other side. And like a dummy, I cut the wrong side when I went and cut it out in the cold in the garage, not paying attention because it was like 2 degrees outside. I was trying to operate the grinder with gloves on. And It was a stupid move, so I ended up cutting my little bracket here way too small. So now I'm going to have to go with a single extrusion, which I don't think is going to be a problem at all, to be honest with you. I just got to figure out how I'm going to actually mount the extruder now, the whole head, because it's like a weird one, and I'm not going to modify that right now. And then I got to figure out how I'm going to do the belt path and move the head, but that shouldn't be too hard. I can bracket it right up here and just have the belt way up here. Who cares? Ain't going to hurt nothing being up in here. It'll still work. It'll still work. Might work better. This thing does flow pretty smoothly for a cheapo piece. It was $14 for this thing. And it was big. I cut it all off like a dummy. Like a dummy. I'm debating on whether I want to go with 3 wheels or 4. I think I'm going to stick with the 4 because I got them on there and they just work. But I'm not sure how that plate over there is going to clear these 2 bolts. I'm pretty sure it won't. There's an easy way to find out. Is that going to clear? Awful close. No, it is not. I think I can kick it off to one side. Knock this whole back corner off where the bolt, this bolt would be. Yeah. So very close. If I could just get it to sit above it, I almost can. I think I can. I think I can just have it sit up above it in between. I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. Do I have enough room? Oops, I turned the damn thing on, huh? So I need 28 millimeters. I can. That'll actually fit between these. So that's a good thing. So for then the mounting screw for it might not line up to these holes. Do. I think it'll be close. In all reality, yeah, I can make it work. I think I can actually make that work. So all I have to do now is redesign those ends. Basically start from scratch. Yay! Yay. Starting from scratch. Not a good thing. So what are you guys up to? I was hoping that Knack would show up. Play with his fancy belt printer. I really want to see that huge sheet of build tack for that thing. The belt tack. It must have cost him $1 million freaking dollars. That made. Oh, I bet they make that in big long sheets and then you just cut it into whatever size squares. I'm assuming it comes off like a 4 foot or 6 foot or 8 foot long rolls. They just slice them to whatever size they want. I would assume, anyways, it's made that way. That would be the most practical production wise. I wonder. I wonder. New tab. Twit. Ooh, and PETG. Black Amethyst back at Snow Labs. Which is that really nice purpley black. It's really, really nice stuff. Can I melt copper with a weed burner? Sure, Matt. Sure you can. Sure. Combat robot inspired fidget spinner. Okay then. Creating an animated live stream. Distraction bit. Been working on a 800 plus page doc file with edited spreadsheets. That sounds like absolute boredom. That sounds like beyond boredom. $9. It's a message. Let's see now. I don't know if I have his actual email, but I can do it here. Do I have it? How do I not have him on here? How do I not have him on here? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I could swear I've hit follow with him like 8 freaking times. No, not who I want. I don't know. Anyways, so silence. My little. I guess I need to get on designing this thing, huh? I'm gonna have to make a built path of some sort. And the 2 carriages. So pretty much the whole Z carriage needs to be built. Yay. Or not yay. Negative yay. Non-Gia yay. We don't need that running. I feel like something on Twitter that keeps knocking you off people if you don't, like talk to them or something. Hey, Terry. Like I know I was subscribed or whatever, following that, and I just went on there and it says I'm not following them. Just peachy, very quiet. I think there was a whole like 5 minutes of total dead silence where I wasn't actually babbling to myself. I think everyone watching me is falling asleep. But how are you doing? I have an email. YouTube. Kit has subscribed to you. How very nice of Kit. Thank you, Kit, if you're still here. Well, I guess I better start designing my new carriage. I guess. Oh, you gonna try that? Um, I did some searching on videos on YouTube. I never watched them, but I did search. Most people say it's doable. It works. I think someone said it works better if they burn the TPU, the next layer, a little hot for the first layer or two. Like you do it and like just do the PLA, and then when you go to do the TPU, you burn it a little hot, hotter than normal, just for the first layer or two, so it adheres better. Then when you get back to the PLA, you burn the first layer or two of PLA a little hot. How to make a Y cable with DuPont connectors. Which ones are the DuPonts? I can't remember. I think I have DuPont connectors. What do you got to do for the Y cable? The Y is the bed. It just goes back and forth. All you need is the end stop in the motor. Oh, like that's what the IG board has on it. I think I probably have a boatload of them somewhere. I have so many connectors, and I know nothing about any of them. The electronics end of things is not my thing. I am much more the mechanical. I can usually accomplish the electronics, but I'm much better at the mechanical end of things. Bobblehead, printer parts. Oh, guess I can reuse some of this. Rematch things and stitch them together somehow. Let's go with this. extrude that? Oh yeah, I don't know why it's there on the end. So I only have, whoops, let's see. What the hell just happened? Redo. Oh, we're gonna do this in a single extruder mode. Had 2 fans for the Y. Why would you have fans in the Y? The Y is the bed. You're doing an i3 style. X is this. Goes up on the Z. Y is front to back. X, Y, Z. Yeah, no, shrink tube. It's kind of tiny. Those. What crimper are you using? I used one of them big ratchety ones when I first started doing all this. Believe it or not, that thing that looks cheap is actually way, way, way better. Way better. And it's more expensive. Because I got one of these. It's really quite nice, but and you can't see it because I'm sharing my screen. I think I got them all in here. I do. I have one of these things. Excuse me. It's all ratchety and crazy and head's big, and I've got like 8 sets of jaws for it and all kinds of crap. And then I got a set of these, which these were more expensive than this whole set and worth every penny. Even though they look cheaper, they are way, way, way better for doing them. Yeah, is it one of these kind? It's all fat, or is it one of these kind that is just like, say, a cheap pair of wire strippers, but it's not. This is way better. Similar to this one, yeah. These wire strippers are nice, I will say. I will say that the wire strippers are nice. This thing's got all kinds of heads. Some of them I haven't even taken out of the package yet. Different size jaws. We're doing different kinds of things, different kinds of jaws. This is a nice kit, actually. But this is the best one of all. This was like $40 for this stupid thing. That was the cheapest I could find it. It's ridiculous. For the PA20. I was fighting with this, and everyone said, get the PA20. It's overpriced, but it's worth every penny. Like, no, come on, that thing's overpriced. Like, no. It really makes a difference. And I did. Because I did the whole duet with this, and then I did the IG with this. And this was way better. Engineer. That's actually the brand name. I didn't think it was. Oh, it is. Engineer. PA20. Connector pliers. Made in Japan. Way, way, way better. way better in every way. They just work better, easier, smoother, in every possible way, shape, and form. So anyway, I have a cheap monoprice kit for my built-ins. I don't do it all that often either, but those fat ones were such a pain. And they didn't really crimp it well. And half the time the wire wouldn't hold in it because it wasn't crimping it correctly. Because those little ones do the whole like bow tie crimp all in one shot. The fat one, it just kind of did the overlap crappy crimp. It doesn't really hold the wires. It doesn't really do it right. Tries. It's got the little tooth in it to make it do it. It just never works right. So I have to make this here thing 2020 compatible. Instead of 2020 compatible. So I basically have to knock it in half. How did I build this thing? Let's go way back to the beginning. So I made it one big, I made the side panel first, and I like a dumbass. So we can do this, edit sketch. So it's 58. Which I don't need anywhere near that anymore. I need the 20 plus up and bottom. I usually do about 4.5, but I think I'm going to do 5 to make it super strong. So I need it to be 30. And I'll probably add to that, but for now, I'll just do 30. Now sketch. This is probably going to freak everything out from here on out. What did I make that one? I made it 4.5, didn't I? I made it 4. Let's make it 5. That should be this 5 also. What the hell happened? Why did that not come up properly? To measure from there. Why is it not letting me select that bottom corner? That's kind of weird. Just want to measure from there to there. There. 5 millimeters. Why wouldn't it let me select that before? That was kind of odd. Okay, that worked. Close. And then stop sketch. Put a hole there. Put a hole there. Put a hole way the hell down there for some reason. I don't need that. Oh yeah, I do. I just need to make that. Where's this? No, that went that way. Okay. This one needs to be at 2014, 15. It lines that all up instantly. God, you gotta love this program sometimes. I like to just put the connectors on the fans for the short ones that are already there. Then we'll have to redo the hot and wire loom to replace the fan. Yeah, but the hot end isn't on Y, it's on X. And that's why I use automotive wire loom, because it's that split stuff and you just slide the wire in and out when you want, which is awesome. Not only that, it's semi rigid, so it acts like a support and an anti kink. And I hate that wraparound crap. That stuff's miserable. Okay, where am I going next? Yes, all those parts. How am I gonna mount this stuff now? Yeah, let's see what it does. Knock that there. That gets put in there. That gets put in way down there. That's the knockout for that. The roundovers. If I can't find a fillet, I don't need to fill it. Delete. Yeah, just go ahead and delete it. Delete. Not too worried about saving the fillets. Where did this one go? Okay. Let's go to the end and see what happens. Offset face. Offset face. Offset face. Let's delete it if we don't need it. If it ain't working, we don't need it. And let's see now. That gets me those, and I really don't need this anymore. Because what I can do is just raise this. So where is that? That's way back here somewhere. That's that puppy. And I need to change its offset, edit feature. Offset of 30. I want it more like 15. Let's try that. Oh, can't do that because it's in the middle of the bolt hole. Let's do 20. Oh. You know what? I think I am going to leave that flush to the bottom. Make it 8. So this is going to be 22. I should leave that flush at the bottom. Correct. And actually, I can just go like this to object. That way I know it's flush. There's a B&8. So I was right. It makes that block nice and big. Then I can go, not even do that, but change it to that feature. Don't need this anymore. All I need is that. It needs to be up here. And it needs an offset of 15 before. Let's go to object, distance to object. Go to this object. Do I even need that? I don't need that. I actually need it from here down. Don't die. Because I'm just going to put it underneath. Correct? Yes. So I need to make this negative 40, 40 or 30, 30. Go that way. About 10. What's up, Dillinger? My man. That should fit that in there. So those should all work, and nothing should crisscross anymore. Is there any reason I can put this back into a circle? I really don't need that to drop down. So we can edit that feature. You don't need offset at all. In fact, a few crowd would be all right. Should I? Top red light. Let's see. Do I want to leave that like that? Do I want to lift it up just a hair? You know what? I want to leave it like that because then it clears. It drops down. And then I get more top height. So I think I'm leaving that. Because that could be at the bottom. Okay then. What the hell is that for? Oh, let's buzz out that hole. I do want. I have no idea what that's for. Don't need that anymore. There we have it built in. What, your kid's not feeling good either? Oh, yeah, he just said it again. I didn't see that. I'm not really following that when I'm modeling. Yes, poor Mr. Buttrum's munchkins are not feeling well. It does suck terribly. Bad enough when you feel bad yourself, and when you're kids and there's nothing you can really do. Just sucks. Just sucks. Okay, I need to fill that. Hey, where'd my menus go? Oh. What's bugging out on my computer and why? I really need a new computer. I may be getting a new computer. I might have a very kind person donating me a new to me used computer, which will still be bigger and better and more powerful than this one. There's my menu back. Finally. So where did I go? I want to take this right here. Really just flatten it out. Actually, you know what? I think I actually did that later, didn't I? Yeah, we do it right there. Okay. So that's all right. Before I mirror it, was there anything else I need to do? That goes there, that goes there, that goes there. I don't know if I like that behind there like that, but I'm going to leave it for now. We'll see about putting a little lip in here to hold the bearing in. Yep, had my boy in the hospital a few times. Nothing worse than not being able to do anything for him. Yeah, it just sucks being in the hospital yourself, but having other people that can't do anything for sucks even worse almost. All right, I'm thinking I'm not hating this. Not the worst thing I've ever modeled. Not completely satisfied with its structure, but I'm not hating it either. I wonder if I can just fill it just a little bit right here, here, here. I think I might try it. Oh, I'm getting an error. Why am I getting an error? About 4. I hate it when it puts the window in where you're trying to work. It's really very obnoxious. Is there anything that's going to get in the way of? I don't see anything. In the way of the screws. I'll give it a little more strength. I'm okay with that. I think I'm okay with that. Now drop down and I'll hit the connector slash bearing slash flex joint thingy. So let's mirror that. Okay then. Did it mirror everything properly? Yep. And it just puts the 2 holes in for the thingamahoozies, which I have to recess ahead into because I'm going to have to pre-mount those because the extrusion will be in the way. You're much louder on my speakers when the plug is in the way. What plug? You lost me. And I think that'll do it. Now, I'm seriously considering putting my motor mount attached right to this. I'm still seriously considering it. Let's save this as file, save as single 2020. Single. Singularity. I think if there's anything in there that I don't like, and I'm not really seeing anything terrible. Not seeing a whole lot of problems with that. Not I'm not. I think I'm going to print it just like so. Like that. That will be how I print it. Sort of upside downish. Which is okay, because I'll need supports here, but that's the only place. Otherwise, it will print it like I have been this way. Like so. Put this on the build plate, and then the line's going this way. Which with the structure coming up here, isn't it terrible? I really want the lines going flat this way. Layers. So putting it on this edge and letting that get supports. Which, oops. Oh, stop. I hate that. Command Z. Yes, I still use my own flex plates. Both of them. They work so much better. They're on both my printers. Flex plate. I think this is the one I did the video on. Ember 3. Yeah, no, I just stuck magnets on them underneath my heat bed and then stick this. This is just regular everyday piece of sheet metal. It's not even spring steel. It's just regular sheet metal. If I crank it, it'll stay bent. But you'd never cranking it that much. And it's like, I think the whole thing's like under $10 to do it if you make them yourself. Yes, I highly recommend them. Yeah, the whole key of the way I do it, it's not. I originally did it as a test as a, do I want a flex plate? Do I want to waste the money on a flex plate? Do I want to, I was like, well, I can try it. And if I don't like it the way I do it, it's easy to take apart. Because what I did is I blue taped the magnets. I glue blue tape to the magnet. So I take this plate, I bought the plate, I cut it from my bed, I stick it down, I put some blue tape down on the bed. Put some blue tape down on the bed, just like this. And then I just took crazy glue and set the magnets in the dots of crazy glue. Put the blue tape around it, and then I use the blue tape to stick it up to my heat bed. That way, if I want to move the magnets, it's a pop it off, move it around, pop it back up. The blue tape's holding it to the heat bed underneath. Not glue, not anything permanent. And they've been like that ever since, and it's just fine. And I loved it. It's lovelier. I think I need to redo this. That's why that's high right there. There's something under there and it's stuck on it. And the other thing you'll notice is, I don't know if you can actually see it there. Hey, look up. If you look here, I can get this over here without knocking everything over to the thing. When I take the plate off, I have a strip of blue tape down the middle because this bed, when it gets hot, dives in the middle. And I just put a strip of blue tape in it. But when I stick this back on there, this is perfectly flat. When I put my square whatever on it, it's absolutely perfectly flat. And so I don't have to re-level or do anything every time. It just works. It just works. I don't use auto bed leveling, never have. I think it's when you're doing mechanicals, you really don't want to use auto bed leveling. Yeah, aluminum foil, anything. The only problem with aluminum foil is how do you keep it there? It moves every time you take the plate off, maybe. Time's at 10 o'clock. Not starting to print at 10 o'clock. Yeah, it is tight. I have all kinds of different magnets under here. Why is it stuck on there so much? I got some of these. What the hell happened here? Good. Don't save. I want to save it where I was last. These were cheaps. And I have some heavier duty bar ones. This is like a pack of 8 of these for $2 or $3 at one of the hardware stores. Now, there is a disadvantage to these, is they do lose, if you want to burn hot temperatures on your bed, these will lose their magnetism over time. And it doesn't come back. As long as you're not printing ABS, though, it really doesn't matter, because I kick these up to about 70. Now, I have some of these, and I have some some bigger bar ones, which I had one around here, but now I don't know what I did with it. These are a little wimpy. I actually have to stack 2 of them together on each spot, but it's cheap. I think I got 8 for $2 or $3. I bought 2 or 3 packs of them, plus the sheet metal. The whole thing's less than 20, or it's less than $10 for the whole thing, and it's well worth it. The bigger ones have more power, but they're bigger and heavier, and that's the other thing. Yeah, those are they're pretty heavy duty too. Those little disc ones, they're not your standard refrigerator magnets. Those are they're like one step up. Yeah, and again, I glue it to the tape. If you watch the video I did, I stick the tape down on, I actually stuck it down on the bed, stick the tape down just like you were taping your bed, and then glue to the back side. So when you flip it over, you cut the tape out around it. You take the magnet off the bed and you stick it up underneath. The blue tape's holding it. You're not gluing it to your bed. And that way you can move them around, which is originally why I did it. And I didn't want to damage my heat bed and glue them up under there if I decided I didn't want to keep them. And they've been that way. I did it figuring it would be a temporary thing. I didn't do it as a permanent solution. And they've been there ever since. And it works. And if I ever decide I want to peel it off, it's just blue taped up underneath there. Yeah. I leveled my, I use that blue tape with that one. I happen to be lucky. It was just the one strip right down the middle. The bigger one's not quite as easy. I have little spots of blue tape, but that's what I did. That's how I always level a bed, especially if I'm using the magnet flex pad. You look at this one. Well, you can't really see it, but there's all kinds of little spots of blue tape all around it. And I basically just take, where is it? I just take a straight edge. You could use this. Oh, here it is. A real fancy 16-inch square that I use for work, or used to use for work. This is my home one now. And you just set it on there. And I found my low spots, and I would just put tape under it until it was flush. Then you stick the bed on there, and boom, you're done. Those blue tapes fill the highs and lows. The only you got to do is make sure you fill your highs and lows while it's hot, because it will change when it heats up. This is the same thing. This is a magnet bed too. And it's just a plain old 12-inch sheet of galvanized steel. Not even galvanized, actually. Looks galvanized, but it's not. And I just stick it on there. And it snaps into place. Yeah, there's no point in buying one of those big ones for a heat bed. Don't get me wrong. There is an advantage. If you're going to burn real hot bed temperatures, 70 degrees or plus, you're going to want to get one of the Neo magnet type ones, like the Prusias and all those have. Also, their magnets are much smaller with the same amount of power. I mean, those are huge. They're huge magnets on that, but it doesn't matter because that's just an up and down. It's not a swinging bed like on the i3. If you have a swinging bed, you want to keep the magnets as light as possible. You are not going to want to use magnets and a piece of glass on top because it's just going to be too much weight. The magnets on the i3 over here, I used to use. I used to have the 3mm glass on it, which is why I went to this, because the minute I got rid of the glass, all my ghosting pretty much went away. The minute I got rid of that glass. But then when you add the magnets, I'm about 2/3 of that weight back. Not quite as much as the glass was. And that's with the metal sheet and everything. It's not quite as heavy as glass. Yeah, I'm not big on the glass and the mirrors. I did it, and it's okay. I still have the glass for them if I ever want to go back to it. For one, I don't like the clips. I freaking can't tell you how many times I've driven my nozzle into the damn clips. Just moving it around, not even actually printing or starting to print. Just moving it around or homing something or doing something, and the freaking nozzle bumps into the clip. I hate clips. Don't like the glass. Glass is too heavy. It wasn't reliable. I printed on glass for a while. It was okay. It wasn't great. Blue tape is by far the most reliable of any of them. You can be way off with blue tape and it'll still stick and it'll still print. Yes, you may be peeling blue tape off with the print, but the print doesn't fail. The only thing that honestly the most reliable of all of anything is Lexan. Sheet of clear plastic Lexan. The problem with the Lexan is if you heat the bed at all, it warps on its own and you ain't stopping it. You need about 20 clips all around it to hold it in place. But it works better than blue tape. Everything sticks to Lexan. And it does come off too. Yeah, but you still have a bump up then. You're still having a border that you can't use. With this, there's no place over here that I can't put that nozzle and hit and print. I can literally print edge to edge, like right to the edge, where you can't the minute you use any kind of blue tape or anything under to hold the glass down. Yeah, that's the problem with the cheap magnets. But that's one of them little flexible magnetic sign sheets, right? Like they put on the side of cars. You don't really want that. This works better than that, I think. It's too flimsy too. It's not rigid enough to really sit flat. This is, yeah, I got the blue tape in there holding it up, but the sheet metal actually helps plane it off and give me a nice flat surface. Yeah, it's not even fringe magnet. It's like that flex sign crap we put on business cars. When you use your own car for a business and you show up on the house and they put the magnet on your door, make it look like you work for a company. We used to have those all the time doing construction. Everyone would slap them on their doors. Yeah, well, that's what that. It's basically what the Ender sheets are now. Is the same. I don't know how good the quality is. I haven't played with one yet. Probably won't. But yeah, no, that stuff is pretty crap, and it doesn't have enough balls to itself. It loses loses magnetism over time. That's worked fine. They do if you start burning your bed 80, 90, 100 degrees, if you're trying to print ABS or any of the high temperature stuff, the magnets I have are not going to work for very long. They're going to lose their magnetism over time. I run at about 80 and haven't noticed any major problems. Or 70, excuse me. Because I print PETG on that at 70. But yes, it's a good way. It's a cheap way to try and see if you like the flex plate. If you can deal with it, if it's going to work for you. Because the one thing people don't talk about with the flex plate is you have to keep underneath it clean all the time too. I'm always getting crap underneath here, So when I go to snap it down, it's like bubbled up in a corner or something. And you're like, oh crap! Right, there's crap under here now. I'm gonna have to redo this. Something gets under there. You didn't realize it. Then when you snap it down with the magnet, it all gets stuck on there. See, I don't know if you can see it. There's something right here. I got beat into there because I wasn't paying attention. Snapped it down and heated it up, and it. But yeah, I mean, go to your local hardware store. You're like in. Where are you at, Theory? What country? Are you in the U.S.? You're in the U.S., right? And I did blue tape and BI. How can you not have anything stick to blue tape? Blue tape is the easiest stuff in the world to print on. Everything sticks to blue tape. You don't even have to be close. you're using PLA. Blue tape and PLA are like the easiest thing in the world. You can fluctuate like a whole layer thickness or more and it will still work. It's easier to use than PEI. I just like the PEI for the simple fact that it doesn't stick to it. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, you can sort of see there's some rings and stuff. I've already used this blue tape 3 or 4 times. But it's already starting to wear out, and I can tell like 2 or 3 more times, and this middle sheet of blue tape is going to pop up with the print. And it's not a big deal to retape, but it's just so much easier because PEI's nice. Blue tape's still probably my go-to most reliable if I have to make sure it's going to stick and be perfect. And I use this if I definitely want a flat, smooth finish on the bottom. I use them both. I go back and forth. I've been leaning toward the PEI more because right now where it's so cold here in Connecticut, I mean, it's a whole, holy crap, temperature's going up. It's 21 degrees Fahrenheit out. 21. That's high. At noon today, it was like 8 degrees out. Overnight, it was negative something Fahrenheit, negative 8 or 9 here. Last night, it was wicked cold and windy and miserable. But yeah, where it's been colder, I've actually liked the PEI better because I use it to heat my room. Not kidding. Crank it up to about 70 degrees. If I crank up the heat bed to 70 C, it keeps my bedroom at 70 Fahrenheit. And I'm not kidding. My heat doesn't kick on at all if I'm running that printer at 70 C. It warms this room right up nice and toasty. It's really a bummer I got this mark right here on this thing. I think that's glued too, isn't it? It's not just a fingerprint. This is the fingerprint. I think it's glue and I just got it wet and it'll come back as soon as it dries. Canada. Yeah, so you can get all the same stuff. You should be able to hit. Actually, isn't Lowe's actually from Canada? Isn't it Canadian based? You must have a Lowe's or a Home Depot or Ace Hardware or something up there where you can get a standard sheet of. Now I can't remember what. I think it's 20 gauge sheet metal. It's just standard sheet metal. It's like $5. It actually comes. You can see I put a little tab into it. It comes in 18-inch squares. And actually, they just started selling them in 1 foot, and it's almost as much. But for that one, I just bought the foot because I didn't want to have to cut it. It was like $1 or $2 cheaper, and I didn't have to cut it. It was exactly the size of that bed. Time for meds. Share the meds. No. Later, D. Yeah, I love the flex beds. They're cheap, they're easy. Doing it yourself. If I had money, I would probably. I've been looking at that Wham Bam one there. That's supposed to be halfway decent. But even that seems kind of pricey. This is just so ridiculously cheap to build a flex bed like this. And like I said, you got to be careful with it because it is just standard sheet metal. It's not spring steel. So if I crank it and hold it there, it'll stay flexed. Now the good thing is it's flexible enough that I've actually over flexed it a few times, and then I snap it down there, and the magnets pull it down. It's like the perfect. That's all you got to do is go into the hardware store. I wasn't even looking for a gauge. I just walked up and started grabbing the sheets and literally went like this and went. The one above this you can't really flex, and you got to put enough oomph into it to get any flex that it doesn't spring back at all. It stays flexed. And then the thinner sheet is just like wobbly. The next one down. Pretty sure this is 18 or 20 gauge or something they called it. Yeah, it's not that expensive though. That's why I was looking into it. It's only like 25 or 30 bucks or something, ain't it? And that comes with, because that's the other thing I want to try about it. That comes with the PEX surface instead of PET or Build-Tack or any of that. It's PEX, like waterline PEX. I understand it's a different chemical mixture. PEX is, there's multiple combinations of the three combos because each PEX is PEX. Each one's a different chemical, and don't ask me what they are because I have no idea. One of them is polyuroglyco or something like that. I don't know, but they can change the combination of, whether it's 25, 50, 25, or 50, 25 percentages, whatever. There's multiple versions of PEX, but that's what they're using as PEX instead of PEI or Build-Tack or Blue Tape, which is supposedly pretty good. A lot of people are ranting about it, and that comes with it. So it's almost the same price as a sheet of Build-Tack. 70. It's still not terrible when you think about you're getting all the magnet material, the whole bed set up, and then you're getting the PEX bed, which honestly, I'm beginning to wonder if Build-Tack isn't PEX, a type of PEX. Monofilaments Direct. Oh, I'm sure you guys heard me bitch about Monofilaments Direct in the last week or two. I ordered from them like 2-3 weeks ago, just before Christmas. They finally got back to me. I put in a PayPal reclaim, and all of a sudden today I got we're so sorry. We haven't been in the office. We've all been traveling for the holidays. We just got your message. Blah, blah. We'll give you a refund. We'll send you out the material, whatever you want to do. You know what? I'm going to leave the reclaim on the. I'm waiting for him to say it. Well, you got to pull the reclaim off the. I put a claim in with it will ship tomorrow. Once it ships, I will set up a coupon code for 20 price to send it off the next order. Sorry again. And they were actually being kind about it. So, and they weren't being scummy and scammy, and they just said it'll ship tomorrow. So if it ships, I'll pull the claim. But I did that once before. Who did it? I don't know. Somebody off of AliExpress. Or not AliExpress. I don't know. It was one of those, Wish or AliExpress or one of those. I ordered something. Never got it. Did the whole PayPal. I never got it. Never shipped. There's no contact. Nobody's ever gotten back to me. Blah, blah, blah. I want my money back. So, like 2 days after I put the claim in with PayPal, I got an email. Oh, we're sorry. Blah, blah, blah. Your order must have gotten mixed up. We'll send it out tomorrow. Could you please take the claim off? It's like, all right, as long as you ship it. I was like, I'll take it off as soon as I see a shipping label. So they did the Maker Geeks thing, and they made a shipping label and never shipped anything. Well, they did actually ship something. Actually, it was a mountain bike part. I needed some handlebars or something. I don't remember what it was. It was a long time ago. Anyways, I said, yeah, well, when I see it shipped, I want to see it tracking. And that's what I said. I don't want to see a shipping label. I want to see tracking. I want to see something moving. I've had people, just do the shipping label and sit on it for months, never actually ship anything. They print the label out and never ship anything. So they shipped me this little box of like tweezers. And once you put the claim in and you revoke the claim, you can't restart the claim through PayPal. So they got their freaking money, which I still fought it. I never got my money back, but I actually got in contact with PayPal and told them what was happening. But that's kind of scummy. These guys are right in Massachusetts, so I really wanted to try them. Because if it's decent filament and it's right in Massachusetts, and they're a bulk wholesaler, they sell more. If you go on Monoprice Direct or monofilamentsdirect.com, they're more into selling 5 and 10 pound rolls than they are 2 pound rolls. So I get the feeling they're a manufacturer slash reseller for other people. They don't have a whole lot of colors. They have like a half a dozen colors or a dozen colors, and that's it. But I don't care. If they're close and local, I'll get my basic blacks and whites and stuff like that from them. Although it's not cheap. It is with shipping. It's like $25 shipped. So it isn't terrible. But it's not like HTPLA or anything. The next one I want to try is, and that's what I was actually looking for. I didn't realize it was, there's monofilaments or US monofilaments, and then there's monofilaments direct. US monofilaments is in New Hampshire. Monofilaments direct is in Massachusetts. US monofilaments only sells through Folger Tech. I thought they sold direct. They don't. They sell through Folger Tech only. They only have black, white, clear, and that burgundy they shipped out in the box. The US monofilaments, but I still want to try them because that's HTPLA, which is, I like HTPLA. I used to put it in all my quadcopters. It's as strong, if not stronger than PETG. The only reason I went to PETG is because PETG is lighter. It's not actually stronger, it's just lighter. Good bit lighter. That quadcopter saved like 5 grams by going to PETG over to PLA. With all the exact same settings. Which is, doesn't sound like a lot, but it is a lot on that little quadcopter. The minute you anneal HTPLA, it gets freaking heavy. I don't know if it gets more dense or it already is dense, but when I weigh it annealed, it's heavy. Which is why I stopped using it on my quadcopters and went to PETT. I still like it better. I still do all my demos in HT. The print's much smoother and nicer. So, anyways, blah blah blah. U.S. monofilaments direct has gotten back to me and said they're going to send out a roll. They just said it'll go out tomorrow, and it's like 10 o'clock at night. And I will send you a coupon for 25% off. So we will see. I will have to do a classic review. Not that I ever do actual reviews. I do more of the first impressions. How do you review filament? It's filament. I love that. I'm gonna unbox filament. It's a box. There's a roll inside. Vacuum sealed. Done. Once they're to unbox and filament. They do have blue now, and I thought they were silver. I said yellow. That was U.S. monofilaments, right? In the alien box. Yeah, they have a few colors, but none of them are available. If you go to nothing, they're all um, unavailable. Folger Tech. And Folger Tech whacks you for shipping pretty heavily unless you spend like $100. U.S. monofilaments. What do they have? They have a black, a clear, a white, a blue, and a maroon. The maroon's out of stock all the time. The blue is out of stock, sold out. The white is available for $20 a roll. The natural is available for $20 a roll, and the black is available at $20 a roll, $19.99, $20. Yeah, but JTPLA, what do you care? I mean, I like the colors just because I like color. Color is color. It's funny, I don't have a black. Actually, I can't say that. I do have a black roll that I got fairly recently. I never until recently had black or white. But they're actually the two most popular colors of filament ever. Everybody has black is the most popular, and white is the second most popular roll of filament sold. And I never had either. I always had reds and blues and greens, day glow green. That's a really good filament. I'm gonna have to do a little reviewy thing on that. I don't know if you can see that green down there. That's the Snow Labs. I got that when I ordered the black amethyst, however you say that. It's that really super dark purple that Luby had tied to her wolf model. That's a beautiful filament. Oh crap! I should go to bed. That black amethyst is a beautiful filament, and she just tweeted tonight it's back in stock at Snow Labs, and they have it in PETG now too, not just PLA, in that color. Which I don't know if that makes a difference, but that's a beautiful color. That black amethyst. It's almost black, but it's purple. Perfect. I think I have some right here. I'll print it out in this weird looking vase. Yep, that's the stuff. I don't know if you can see that. It almost looks blue in the camera, doesn't it? Yeah, it's actually purple. But it's a beautiful color. It still looks cool even this blue. It's very similar. I looked up usmonofilments.com and I got nothing. Yeah, site doesn't not available. There is no usmonofilments.com. Folder Tech is the only place to get it. I think they contracted with Folder Tech. Engineered microfilaments. Oh, MCO's carrying it though. Buy two, get one free, no code needed. Wow, they have a dark gray blue, the maroon. Red PLA filament, maroon PLA filament, blue. Oh. See, now it did go to their website too. That's weird. Because it started as MCO. And then it goes to their website. That's odd. I'm bookmarking this. Now, if I just go to that. Oh, it does go to their site. How come if I type it in direct, it doesn't? That's bizarre. I'm bookmarking that because I want to buy their stuff, and they actually have more colors. They got like a steel blue, not a lot of colors, but I'll bookmark this page. Why is it going to the bookmarks? I just wanted you to bookmark this page. Oh, because I hit bookmark manager like a dumbass. Bookmark this page in 3D stuff. Done. Not that I mind buying it through Folger Tech. I have no problems buying it through Folger Tech. Other than there's never anything in stock. They have black, blue, clear, dark blue / gray, which that's actually an interesting color. A dark gray, a regular gray, a maroon, a red, a white, and a yellow. And that maroon's not really maroon, huh? Does anyone have that maroon from the alien box? Vermont. Yep, they're made in Vermont. Might have to buy some. I really don't need more filaments. Kind of like this dark gray too. It's kind of a nice color, blue gray. No, it said buy two, get one free. So if I order two, that's $40. I can get a third one for free. So it says, right? View your cart and check out. Can't wait to see what the shipping is. $39 for 3 rolls. That's pretty cheap. Wow. And that's HTPLA. That's freaking cheap. And I like their local. I'll use U.S. monofilaments or monofilaments direct too if where they're local. If they turn out to actually be a decent company. Now, how much is the shipping? That's the question. $10. So we're back up to $50 for 3 rolls. It's still under $20 a roll shipped for an HTPLA. That's not bad. What does that come to? Why can't I do the math? It's like $16 a piece, right? Why is my brain not doing normal? I should be able to do that math like instantly. Why is my brain not doing the math? Why is my calculator not in my menu bar where it always is? 50.44 divided by 3. Yeah, 16.8. That's freaking cheap. Even with paying for shipping. I mean, I don't mind buying it through Folgertech. I like Folgertech generally. Although I got their stupid CNC machine. Had my boss buy it. Luckily, I didn't spend the money. I'd be riding their ass right now if I did. And there's just no. I got it mechanically built. It was all way off of what their directions say. Directions were limited and incorrect in most cases. And the wiring, I just can't figure it out. It's the thing sitting there, and it did my old shop, and it's just sitting there. And all it needs to be is wired. The mechanics are all built. The whole thing moves. Everything shifts. Engine's there. Motor's there. It needs a bit to actually do the CNC work and hook up all the wires. All the motors are mounted. It's got a really nice spindle motor, like one of the better ones, from what I understand. When I don't know that much about it, but I went and studied them. Yeah, it came to whatever 1688. That's cheap. I mean, HTPLAs are usually in the 25 low end to $40, depending on who makes it, and the color. And I mean, look at Protopasta. That's all HTPLA, and you're paying $30 for a half a kilo. You're only getting a half roll for $30. Now, granted, they make it all pretty colors and everything, but it's still basically the same stuff. It's 8,500 NatureWorks, or 850. I shouldn't say 8,500 because there's the 850 and there's 870 resin, the NatureWorks resin that pretty much everyone in the U.S. uses if they're doing HTPLAs. And I think the 850 is stronger but lower temperature. You pay extra for the glitter. Well, no, I mean, Protopasta is definitely a boutique filament. I mean, it's pretty stuff. And you're paying for the pretty. It's all custom made, and they're pretty anal about how they make it, and they custom color it. I like it. Generally, the only one I don't like is their purple, which is almost exactly the same color as this, but glittery. I actually like it better without the glitter. It's weird this shows up blue on the camera because it's actually purple. It's a deep dark purple at that. It's not even like a blue tinted purple. It's purple. It's more red than blue. This stuff's wicked strong. This is HTPLA too. And this stuff, I mean, this is stiff. Like really stiff. I can't break it. Yeah. And that's spiral moded. Granted, it's on the 0.6 nozzle, but you do pay extra for the glitter. But it is pretty glitter. I mean, it's pretty stuff. That's what I gotta do tomorrow. I gotta do the whole assembly of this thing and do a video. And this puppy here is all the colors of Protopasta I have, including the samples I no longer have. There's a little strip of Tom's Orange samples in here too. I just prefer HTPLAs. This one's all polyalchemy. Pretty cool. I'm gonna have to spin my top. Make you guys watch the stupid top go around. I mean, polyalchemy is expensive. This is what, $35, $40 for 3/4 of a roll? Thanks for looking up, guys. Oh yeah, it's 39 for 3/4 of a roll, I think, for the polyalchemy. This is completely different. Look at that thing spin. It's still spinning. Spinning away in a polyalchemy kind of way. Stuff's neat. Of course, the purple came out the horse on top. What did they do? Anything good? You said in your favor? I'm surprised. I never have a problem with them. The only thing I've had a problem with, and they're being weird about it, is I'm sorry, that galactic galaxy color where you have to burn it at like 145, 150 for crying out loud to get that crap to print. It says on the roll 215 to 220 or something. And they're like, oh, you got to do it at 245. It's like, well, why isn't it on the roll? Well, if we print that on the roll, then everyone burns it too hot. Well, if it needs to be that hot, how is it burning it too hot? I don't get it. I usually go to the higher extremes of most filaments, especially the first time, because you usually get better adhesion and better reliability, though you're likely to get strain. One item was supposed to be a 50-gram sample, which I added to the cart to get it over the free shipping mark. I got a 500-gram roll. Nothing wrong with that. Did you order direct through them, or did you go through someone else? Pretty much everybody that's a reseller is making it, selling their stuff now. Matter Hacker sells it. Printed Solid sells it. Oops. That didn't work. Then I had the big top back there. Oh, is that you were getting? That's what I want. I want to try the imperfect. The other thing I wanted to try from them was the Christmas tree one, because I have some of their matte fiber. They actually like it a lot. This red right here. We'll focus on that. There we go. The red's the matte fiber. As you can see, these are all shiny, and that's not. And I really like it. It prints really, really well. And it just looks cool. This band is matte fiber too. The big red band. Focus. Come on, focus. I know you can. Not gonna focus, is it? It's sort of focused on it. Anyways, this red band is the matte fiber. I wanted to try the Christmas tree stuff, but that's just what's that? $45 a roll? I'm not paying that much just to get freaking some chewed up Christmas tree. I'm sorry. That's just too much for 3/4 a roll. And actually, I don't even think it's a 3/4 roll. It's only a half a roll, right? It's only a 500. They're all 500 now. I remember when they were 750s. They started out as 750s. Yeah, I always wanted to try their imperfection and transitionals, just because I think it would be cool to have a transition. I wish they'd make it deliberately transition. That would be sweet. The other thing I wanted to see is, you know who Phil Blend is? That makes that tricolor. Where's my Phil Blend? I have Phil Blend around here somewhere. Where's my Phil Blendy? vases. I don't know. They're around here. Depending on which direction the head's moving, it prints a different color. When we were at Earth, Protopasta brought them like 100 rolls of like 6 different colors. And they were going to make Protopasta fill blend. That would have been cool. The toothpaste filament? What do you mean by that? The toothpaste filament. Oh, because it's got the 3 colors, like Aqua Fresh or one of those. Yeah. Oh, it's wicked cool stuff. I got some samples at um, Earth, and then I actually bought some samples too because it was wicked stuff. Now I can't find the vases. I've been clearing out. I hope I didn't get rid of them. Those are kind of 2 I really wanted to keep. I think they're up there and just got knocked over. Oh, here's one. Oh, here they are. They're down low where I can't see them. This stuff. It's like green. Actually, this is what it's supposed to be like. It's like green, blue, red. Yeah, I said that earlier. They haven't. It's back in stock and it's in PETG because that's what this is. This is the black anise right here. This is fill blend. This is what you do with fill blend if you leave the coil on the floor instead of standing it up. Isn't that cool? That's very bizarre. I really like this stuff. It's good filament too. I think I'm gonna buy me a roll pretty soon. Someday. I shouldn't say pretty soon. This is the fill blend too. It's like blue to purple to white. You really can't tell which is. It only looks like blue and purple. The white just kind of gets drawn into it. And it's actually kind of white right there, and then it goes to the blue, and then it goes to the purple, and then it goes to white. But it's not even white. It's more of a purple and blue mix. The white gets bleached out by the other colors. But it is cool stuff. Oh, gosh. I'm a little kid if you haven't told. If you can't tell. Yeah, this stuff's awesome. But really, all you can print with it is vases. I mean, what else are you going to print with this expensive of a material? This fancy. I mean, the minute you're printing anything in fill, you're just wasting money. Oh, God. Yeah, the black anise. It's good stuff. I don't know about the PGG. I haven't tried it. I like their PLA. I got their Snow Labs. I like that green too. That green just prints beautifully. Green. That's Snow Labs. That's Snow Labs. This Hutchbox. And that gold is CC3D. And this is one big top. She weighs about 1 million pounds. And it takes both hands to get that puppy spinning. Yeah, I gotta do a Snow Labs review, I guess. That's nice stuff. The camera's not putting it out there like it is. This almost looks teal on the camera. It's not. It's like super acid, nuclear atomic day glowy green. It's like almost painful to look at. It's so bright. It really is. And it prints. I mean, look at the top layers and everything. And this, I mean, you can see the layer lines, but this is also with the 0.6 at like 60 millimeters a second at 0.22 layer height, not 0.2, 0.22, which is an oddball size, but it took like 2 hours off the 15-hour print. This base was 15 hours just for the base, not the handle, not the point. Yes, the base. Then I screwed up and had too much infill, which is why it weighs 1,000 pounds. Yeah, that black anise, whatever, black, I can never say that right. Amethyst, mist, I don't know. That blacky purple stuff from Snow Labs. That's an HT too. It's not standard PLA. This is standard PLA. But they both print absolutely beautifully. I mean, this came out amazingly well, especially considering I went with the higher. So you can see the actual grid in there. Amethyst. Sure. It still like hurts my mouth to say. Really don't need this printer running if I'm not going to print with it. Shut her down. That was not running, is it? Nope. Somebody heat my room when I run them. And it is freaking cold. 21 degrees. Oh, and I have to go get the laundry out of the basement. Oh, it's so far away. I don't want to. Anyway, I think I'm going to bolt. It's like quarter off. Mr. Knack never showed up. I was hoping he'd show up and show off his belt printer, but he didn't. I might have to do that US model filament sometime soon. I was going to order it right now, but I really can't afford to. And I really don't need it. I have enough filament I need to burn through. I need to make room for it first. Well, I'm down almost a roll of that red. Twitter. Let's see what's on the tweets. Lauren Renee. She like just disappeared. She was doing good doing the whole YouTube streams and stuff. And then she just disappeared. Yep, Snow Labs. Hey Louie, guess what's back on our coming material? PETG. No, it looks more purple. That could just be the light. I'd like to see that. He liked my post that I wanted him to come hang out on the stream, but he never came out on the stream. Brat. I wanted to see the belt printer up live and close and in person. I think he's actually got it running. Anyways, laters. I'm going to kill it now because I'm going to bed. Watch some news. Oh, God, maybe not. I hate the news. And the world is shut down. The world is miserable. Life is over. End of news. All right, I'm out. Later, guys.